Okay, we are here again with another video called Hazy Mind. Um, I don't know anything. Just remember downloading this game. I downloaded a bunch of games like a few weeks ago, and I don't really remember much of what any of them was about. I was just like, this seems spooky. This seems like the Halloween October vibes. Hopefully, this will be out in October, but if it ends up coming out in November or December, hopefully it reaches you guys at some point, regardless of the year. But yeah, if this video comes out before my other one that I recorded before this is my Wednesday costume, Wednesday Adams. Um, but I just thought it would be cool for the spooky season because it's October. I want to dress up. But yeah, then we're getting into some spooky games. I don't know if this is scary, but I think it'll give the spooky spook vibes. So I'm just babbling at this point. So let's just go ahead and get into Hazy Mind and just see where it takes us on our hazy journey. Okay, let's go into it. I'm tired of battling with my own mind, with each day growing increasingly bothersome. Antidepressants and sleeping pills, my daily allies, will yet again become today's escape from this world. Internally, I'm screaming in pain, but the fear of what death might bring holds me back. Is it worth the fight, even when everything aside is pleading for surrender? Death seems like a relief, but what if it's just a different kind of pain? Thoughts spin in my mind, but my heart keeps on beating. My hallucination morphed into terrifying creatures, soaring in my mind like worms, offering no peace. Fear paralyzed me, leaving me in the darkness with only my thoughts for company. A bottle of pills is in my hands, my heart pounding in my chest, a terrifying, real reminder of the life I wish to end. The pills feel as icy as snow, their coldness seeps through my skin, swiftly seeping away the last remnant of doubt. Closing my eyes, I swallow them one by one. My mind starts to fog from the pills I've taken. A strange moment of silence ensues. It's as if the world has slowed its rotation and given me time to reconcile with my fate. That breathing in the background is like freaking really disturbing me. um, the sensation of the peels in my throat feels like a sharp ball to the back, a confirmation of the irreversible decision I just made. The world starts to slowly fade away as if someone is gradually turning down the brightness on the TV. My consciousness becomes froggy. Thoughts mingle, quickly turning into meaningless chaos. I hear my own breathing, its cycle getting quieter and less frequent. The last thing I feel is the heaviness of my eyes, which close involuntarily. I surrender to lifelessness, yet smoothing oblivion. Sleep. It comes like a wave, sweeping me into an imperishable depth. I surrender without resistance. Suddenly, a glimmer sparks in the darkness, and I see a dream. The surrounding darkness starts morphing, dreams within it stirs, stories both frightening and familiar. There are scenes from my life, moments of both happiness and suffering. As each second passes, those images become more vivid, adapting shape, colors, and sounds. Some of them are kind, reminding me of times when I laughed, when I was happy. But there are dreams that ease me, remind me of what led me here. I dive deeper and deeper into the dream. It's like a journey through my own soul. And suddenly, in the endless depth, I began to see light. It's a warm, muted glow that beckons me from the darkness. I'm drawn to this light like a moth enticed by fire. And when I touch this light, I can feel it start to fill me, rousing me from the dark sleep. My eyes open. I feel the solid surface of the bed comforting my body. My head is still foggy, but it no longer pains me the way it did before. My consciousness slowly returns. Something is off. Everything around looks unfamiliar, even though I know it's my space. Memories spin in my mind like flashing images, but I can't piece them together into a coherent whole. It's a feeling of emptiness, as if a part of me is missing. Names, faces, moments, everything is plunged into a disorganized mess, deemed unreachable for my mind. I'm finding it harder to breathe. My mind screams, seeking answers I don't have. Everything around starts to seem distant and insignificant. I'm lost in my own world. Realization sets in. I have forgotten everything, who I am, where I'm from. My existence is erased. I'm too scared to move, to breathe, because even these sensations feel new and alien. With each breath, I attempt to remember, but it only results in greater pain. In greater panic. The world around me begins to crumble like an abandoned building, erring as time passes. I sense that I am moving farther away from myself with each passing second. Fear wraps around me, squeezing my heart, and I can't find an escape. Gravity feels doubled. My body fails to resist, falling back onto the bed. The moment my body touched the bed, there's an instant relief. It's an unexpected calm in the midst of chaos. I feel the warmth of a foreign hand slowly passing through my hair. Despite consciousness staring again, the desire to leave the comfortable sanctuary of my bed has disappeared. However, in the end, I decide to find out who is so tenderly guarding my peace.
Hello.
Oh,
You've finally woken up.
yes, I have.
You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am. Don't worry, I'm here to help you.
Okay.
I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know. This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before. Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that. After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up oblivious to the world around you. My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion.
That is crazy. My mom just gave up on me though. But okay, let's keep going.
Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory.
Hmm.
By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior.
One, a kit in your cabinet, kitchen, right down the corridor. A emergency call 911. The phone is on the table. Address, city, arc.
In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet at the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left. That's where you'll find the kitchen.
This whole concept is crazy. I feel like I'm watching like an anime right now. This is very interesting.
If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table. The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. If you have to call an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buttiff Street, Arc City. It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
Okay.
Great. You're doing very well.
Am I?
Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you. I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg.
Kind of basic, but okay.
It's important to fuel your body. After eating, I can give you a tour around your room and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten. So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here.
Yes. I'm just like, oh, wow. I will save my thoughts into after, but like, this is a very interesting concept.
Well, since you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do. You'll need to take these pills. They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay. Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. That is not my intention.
Well, like, what if this chick really is lying to us, though? Because we really don't know. Like, she's saying all this to us, but like, we really have no way of knowing if everything she said is actually true. I'm just like, wow, she's lying in great detail if she, like, is lying.
While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them. Will you take these pills or not?
Antidepressants? Okay, I will take these pills. No, I will not take these pills. I mean, the last memory we had was us taking the pills and freaking passing out and waking up with no memory. I feel like I shouldn't take the pills, but at the same time, like, if she's not lying to us, then we go through a whole freaking panic attack and get a bad ending. Or I can say nothing. I'm just gonna keep quiet. I don't know what's going on.
Are you okay?
Oh.
I can see your gaze fixed on me. It's as if I'm a ghost to you. Please respond to me in some way. If this continues, I might have to insist that you take the pills. In such a situation, I can't afford to delay, and I must ensure you take them. You're currently in an abnormal state and need to regain your senses. I will give you 3 of the antidepressants in the hopes of bringing you back. I sincerely hope you're not playing some kind of prank on me, because if so, it's not funny.
Oh, trust me, I'm not playing. This is horrifying. I should have took the pills.
The effect of the pill will kick in soon, so I need to help you up so we can start exploring your room. It's crucial. Maybe as soon as you see your personal items, your memories will flood back, and you'll regain your usual demeanor. Although, perhaps you are finding it hard to trust me, which I find unlikely.
No, you're kinda, I don't know if I trust you. I'm sorry, I should have took the pills. I should have listened to you.
After all, I have been clear regarding my role here, and you have always trusted me.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem is I have always trusted you in the past. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. I don't know.
So, extend your hand to me, and I will help you stand. I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before we check out your room. Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time.
Why not? Why won't you answer my questions more than once? What is this? Okay, we are back. But why won't you answer my questions more than once? I mean, I guess it makes sense. We do this every freaking day, you know. Your questions always are the same, and I'm only gonna answer them once a day. Okay, choose your question carefully because I won't answer them a second time.
Of course, you can save and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that?
What? You know? Fourth wall?
Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice.
This music is so loud. Can I can save though. Let me save right here. Also, this music is just a little crazy. Yeah. Trust your initial instinct. That's all. That's my advice.
So, what do you want to know?
Where's my mom? Why did I decide to attempt suicide? Where's my mom?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't see her when I visit you. It wouldn't be right for me to ask where she is, because she is my boss. So, I cannot fully answer that, but I think she is working hard for you.
Is she?
Do you have any other questions?
Why is it night and not morning?
You have a disrupted sleep pattern, falling asleep during the day and waking up at night. It seems this can't be corrected. Ever since you left school, you've been very neglectful of your sleep routine. Now you face the consequences.
Well, this sounds like me in real life. I have a horrible sleeping schedule or routine.
Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever? Why do you look... I mean, does she... Honestly, her hands do look strange. Why are your hands like that? I mean, she said she's already answered this question earlier. She was already saying that they're working towards a way to help me remember. But right now, they're just, kind of trying to keep the situation in control.
I'm not even sure whether to take that as a compliment or not.
Why are your fingers like this?
If, in your understanding, strange means unconventional, then I am actually quite impressed. I always want to make an intriguing impression. Not a pleasant one, but an interesting one. Because to leave a pleasant impression on people, you often have to just nod along with them. You're probably wondering about my makeup, right? I love to experiment with my face and try out different looks. So far, this is my favorite. You should enjoy life and do what you like without worrying what others think. Want to wear weird makeup? Go for it. Want to wear odd gloves? Put them on. Yes, people might give you odd looks, and yes, they might judge, but so what? People who pass you by won't remember you in 10 minutes.
That's a very true statement.
And I won't stress about it. Those unfortunate 2 minutes of judgment can be endured. It's true what they say. People love to talk about themselves. Sorry.
I used to really like
her. Do you have any other questions?
What happened to your hand? What are those triangles under your... What happened to your hands?
For now, unfortunately, I can't answer that question. It's personal. All I can say is that it was an unfortunate accident. That's all you can know. All right, that's enough questions from you. Let's move on to inspecting the room. Well, I'll step back now, and you can hover the cursor and click on the items that interest you. I should start by saying that all information I'll share comes from your mother. This is your laptop. You enjoyed listening to audiobooks and playing games. You also use the laptop for your studies. You even made friends online to play games with.
Oh, this is all very realistic right now.
This laptop is like an extension of you. You practically spent all your time on it. As soon as you left school, you initially spent a lot of time on your laptop. Apparently, you were attempting to isolate yourself from reality and its consequences. But soon after, you grew tired of it and stopped playing video games. I'm not sure if it was a good or bad decision, but it definitely changed your life a bit. If you want more detailed information, like the games you played or the books you read, feel free to ask, and I'll gladly answer.
I want to know more. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I want to know more.
If I were you, I would want to know more about myself too. You weren't particularly fond of books, but occasionally you'd take your laptop, lie down in bed, and read. Additionally, you obviously played games. In total, you've clocked 2,000 hours in games, but that's considering your detachment from school. After you left school, you initially played a lot, but then you stopped and didn't touch games anymore. This is your diary, the most important thing you have, and reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it. I won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
I saw her sit down on a chair next to my table and close her eyes. Apparently, with such a job, she gets very little sleep. I carefully picked up the diary and sat on the bed. It looked like a regular book. It didn't have all that many pages, but the book still seemed thick. Perhaps it's because I read it so many times, and the book had seemed slightly mishappy, adding to its thickness. I don't know what awaits inside, and the atmosphere starts to get intense. Overcoming my anxiety, I finally opened the diary first page and began to read. 2017. Hello. I decided to start a diary because Bree told me it helps understand oneself and improves relationships with others. Basically, she seemed to be promoting it to me. So I brought a notebook and will try to write down everything happening in my life. Honestly, I don't think this will last long since I'm not a very consistent person. I can't do the same thing every day, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. It's hard for me to write. I don't even know what to write about. What did I do today? Went to school, talked with friends, came home, did my homework, and now I'm just sitting at home. My mom's not home as usual, and I have nothing to do. Well, technically, I have a lot I could do, like self-improve, prepare more for my lesson, play computer games, but I prefer to lie on the bed and stare at the ceiling. I don't know if everyone is as lazy as me, or what is called procrastination, I think. Not sure about the spelling. When you can become anyone in the world, work hard, live your passion, but you choose to just lie on the bed. I think in the future I will read my diary and might not understand, maybe even blame myself for something. But I'm tired. Yes, I have many friends at school, I get good grades, and I even hang out with friends outside. I always smile and joke around with them, trying to stay positive. Yet when I come home, I feel sadness and loneliness. Nothing seems to help. Not video games, not studying, not even food. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Honestly, thank you, diary. I feel like I vented to someone, like crying on a shoulder. I feel a bit better. But not getting an answer back is hard. It's like talking to a wall. Maybe I don't need a reply. Your purpose might be to be there for anyone who wants to share something privately but is afraid to. Anyway, I'll go now. Hello again, diary. It's been 2 days since school started. These days were normal, and I sat together, joked during break, and had lunch together. Today, I brought her the cookies I baked at home, and she shared a tasty salad with me. She loved the cookies. Ree is genuinely a kind person. We have a lot in common, but she's not into video games. She prefers studying, and she really dedicated it. I don't have the drive, even though I get the same grades as her. I feel like school just prepares us to be perfect workers. It's like, do this, do that, don't question things, or else you'll get the lowest mark, or in a job setting, you might get fired. Hello, diary. Recently, our class was asked to write an essay about friendship. I spent a long time thinking about what to write. I have many friends, but what does this essay really want from me? Should I worry more about what the teacher thinks rather than what I truly feel? It's so absurd. At first, I wrote an essay expressing my real opinion that friends are just a way to avoid feeling lonely. After rereading it, I realized the teacher wouldn't like it. I tried to write something that would get me a good grade, but the problem was I sat with that paper for over an hour and couldn't think of anything. I decided not to submit the essay and got the lowest mark. I chose not to tell my mom about it, and she doesn't seem to care much about me anyway. If I had submitted the essay with my honest feeling, they might have sent me to a psychiatrist. They might have sent me to a psychiatrist or even suspended me from school. That's life. Suspended for okay. Hello again. Sorry for not writing for so long. Nothing new happened. As usual, I hanged out with Ree, played video games, slept, and of course went to school. But something happened recently that threw me off. As I mentioned, I have many friends, including guys, and mostly play video games with them. And recently, one of the guys confessed his feelings to me. Diary, you can't imagine my surprise. I mean, I've seen some girls flirting with guys and vice versa, but I always set boundaries and no one ever flirted with me. I never cared about such things and never even thought about it. But for the first time in my life, someone confessed to me. He just said it honestly and openly, feeling it wasn't fair to keep it a secret from me and wanted an honest answer. I don't know how to respond to him because I don't feel that strong love described in movies or books. Still, I'm really flustered by all of this. I'm even embarrassed to write to you about it because I'm usually so down when I talk to you. But now I'm smiling as I write this. It feels so unusual. Hello again. I remember the last time I wrote about the guy who confessed to me. Well, we are seeing each other now. It's not like we're officially together and act like a couple. We're just hanging out and getting to know each other. Throughout this time, I realized I liked him. I'm not really worried about what will happen next since he hasn't asked me about my feelings yet. But if he does, I'll be so embarrassed. All of this is overwhelming. Lately, I seem happier and even started turning down these offers to hang out. She's quite puzzled because I haven't told her who I've been spending time with, and I think she suspects I have a boyfriend. She even started teasing me about it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Soon we'll be applying to college, choosing our dream professions, or staying in school for 2 more years. I think I'm not very sure about what I want to do, but I'll stay in school for another 2 years. Thoughts of the future upset me. I don't want to think about it. I've got a strange feeling that something's wrong with me. I love to draw, especially different creatures. For instance, I recently drew a chubby black cat during class. My imagination can run wild sometimes. But in class, believe it or not, I thought I saw that exact cat I drew walk into our room looking so rude. I instantly knew it wasn't real and laughed it off, blaming it on being tired from school. But deep down, I'm worried and scared. I know mental health issues can be inherent, I had a grandfather who took his own life. My mom often spoke of him, remembering him as a great man, and cried for him. She said he lost his mind after my grandmother death. I've never met him, though I wish I could have talked to him. It's a pity. I don't romanticize mental disorders like movies do. I think it's not normal and it should be treated. Otherwise, people can completely lose their minds. Anyway, that's the weird situation I experienced. Hello, diary. Life goes on as usual, but I want to vent, maybe even cry a little. I think something terrible is happening to me, and I'm too scared to tell my mom, even though I know I should. I don't want to become like some movie psychopath. I hate that ideal. Only fools romanticize that as these are scary diseases and people do horrible things when they suffer from them. I recently read a story about a woman who killed her own kids overnight because she was schizophrenic. From what I understood about this illness, you can see creatures or places that aren't real just fine. That's been my feeling lately. I started seeing weird creatures, especially when I'm bored. Like during class, I see them often. It is hard to get rid of them unless I distract myself. I know I should tell my mom. I'm terrified of being diagnosed or accepting that I might never be able to live normally in society. That would be like death to me since I no longer be ordinary. I'm still thinking about it, but I'll write more if there are any updates. I did it. I told my mom today. It was hard and seeing her reaction was painful. The look in her eyes and her expression said it all. She might see me as a monster. Or maybe she doesn't believe me and thinks it's just a teenage prank. I don't know. It took a lot of time and effort to get it out and find the right moment. I don't know what to do next. This is the first page I've cried on. Sorry. It's just very hard for me. I want to tell others, but people might avoid me. No one wants to be around someone like me, I'm sure of it. I might go mad and hurt them, or myself. Who knows what other horrible things might happen. So I'll keep quiet until the end. For now, my mom and I have scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist who knows. I don't know my diagnosis yet. I'm just hearing the worst. Let's be tough. Life's been tough, especially when things are finally starting to get better. I've been in a relationship with a boy. My relationship with my friends are better than ever, and my school grades are good. Okay, diary. I'll write when I have the strength. Goodbye. Schizophrenia is hereditary. I got it from my grandfather. I've been removed from school, but my mom arranged for me to be treated at home because the quality of the mental institution is terrible. I didn't say goodbye to Ree, it was too hard. They'll probably tell her I transferred schools and moved away. I haven't talked to my boyfriend since my last diary entry. In fact, I've been ignoring him. I know I'm being horrible to them, but maybe it's better they never knew me. It hurts me to do this. I cry every night. Sometimes we need to be cruel so people can get disappointed, move on, and forget about us. I'm hurting them and myself, and their pain will pass. They'll move on, find someone else, and I want to believe they'll be okay. Things will never be okay for me again, not because of my mood, but because of the illness. No one knows how to cure it, and no pills will help. The hallucinations will become more and more real, scarier and scarier, and there will be more of them. I don't want to think about it. Since I left school, I have to study at home and focus on self-education. Starting the new year, my life will change entirely. New Year's is coming soon, but unsurprisingly, I'm not in the mood. I think I made the right decision by distancing myself from everyone. Take my boyfriend, for instance, our relationship would never have worked out. It's not because I'm bad or can't act normally. I'm not crazy. But relationships have goals, like starting a family I look ahead and I don't want my children to experience what I'm going through now. It's better for both Ree and him to move on in life. I'm getting I'm getting incredibly bored these days since I'm not attending school, so I entertain myself by imagining various creatures. Of course, I could play video games all day, but I'm tired of that. When you're free to do anything, it's hard to enjoy things that you once found pleasant after some time. The new year has already passed, and mom and I celebrated it together. Dad didn't even call, let alone visit. Honestly speaking, I'm not that mad at Dad, but my mom is very angry with him and doesn't want to see him. He found a new family and left us. It's not that he found a family, he just found some young girl, a student. I understand that my mom is very disgusted by this and that he left us for his own pleasure, but I think she needs to move on in life. By that, I mean find a new man who will love her and move on. The only problem is my presence. I completely ruined that possibility. Yet my mom loves me very much despite this and works hard for my sake. But what's the point of all this when I don't have a future? That's why I think it would have been better if I didn't exist. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore because I see no point. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad that the only thing I can do is draw to distract myself from everything. The hallucinations are getting scarier, but I'm used to them. Sometimes I hear voices, but they're more like noises. My psychiatrist tried me antidepressants and antipsychotics, but she noted that they might have side effects. On top of that, I can't sleep at night. So if I so I've also been prescribed some sleeping pills. But one sleeping but one sleeping pill usually doesn't help, so I take two, and now it seems I consume these pills instead of eat food, which aren't helping. I mean, they cost a lot of money. My mom stays late at work more often. She changed shifts and I barely see her now. I feel terrible because I fear that these voices will become more than just noises and I'll start listening to them. This is, wow, this is a lot. I'm just really invested into the story. That's why I'm not really talking much. But and the writing is so beautiful. It's so well done. I don't want that. I don't want anything. Well, hello, diary. Yes, I wrote earlier that I wouldn't write like this, but who cares? I'll some works and we'll paste them into you now. I hope you like it. Maple. It's her. So she's one of the. Oh, she's one of my hallucinations. Wait, is this Morana? It looks a lot like her. Was I familiar with her before? Why didn't she tell me about it? Or even then, was she with me because my mom couldn't be? But why didn't I write about this event in my diary? I looked in her direction. She was still asleep right where she was. I need to ask her about it after I finish reading something. I opened the diary again and continued reading. Today I had a fight with my mom. She called me a mistake, said I do nothing and that I'm a burden, and called me stupid. I understand she said it out of emotion, but she was telling the truth and only the truth. I have no friends, no job, prospects with such a diagnosis, and all I do is take a pill that costs an incredible amount of money and don't even help. I can't even talk to anyone. I can't tell strangers on the internet about my diagnosis. It would look like I want pity. I just want to confide in someone, cry on someone's shoulder. But what's the point? If I cry, will everything suddenly become good? No. Nothing can help me now, and I need to accept that. At least Ree was right to suggest I keep a diary. Thank you, Ree. Without the diary, I would have killed myself a long time ago. Hello and goodbye at the same time, diary. I decided today to overdose on all the pills prescribed to me. I see no point in living and trying. I don't want any of this. Fear gripping me and I felt goosebumps. On this exact day, I decided to end my life. I understand why I wanted to do it, but I also see where I was wrong. These two sides seem to be clashing and I don't understand where the right decision lies. My head hurts a lot, I don't know. Okay, that should not be the main focus right now. What's important to me now is to find out who she really is and how her drawing could have been in my diary. I close my diary and approach Miranda. Wake up. She ignores me and doesn't wake up. I felt goosebumps again. I couldn't breathe. I'm really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I can't see her face while she's sleeping. It was covered by her hair. But I had no other choice. I gathered courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hand with her terrifying black hands. I still couldn't see her face. I try hard to break free from her grasp, but these attempts are unsuccessful. Vision starts in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. Their voices echo loudly in my head and I can't say anything. Miranda starts squeezing my hand tighter. This is just the beginning. My dear. Congratulations, you have completed the demo. Oh, follow us on Twitter. Oh, that was just the demo? Wow. Lauren, you did a great job at voice acting. I love your voice. Editing, music, audio, every freaking thing. All you guys did great. Thank you so much for playing this game. Thank you so much for making this game. Wow. That's really good. I like this so much. I can't believe it's just a demo. Why? Why have to be a demo? Oh my goodness. That was so good. But that was Hazy Minds. Wow. That was crazy. I really wasn't expecting that deep of storytelling with this game. Because like I came into interest and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so freaking depressing to start of the game. I'm like, should I finish this? Is this just gonna be like a short game about someone committing suicide? But no, it dived way more deeper into that, just like her state of mind and just like all the suffering she went through with her mental disorder. And it's like it's crazy because it's hard to think how a lot of people actually go through these problems and like they want to have a normal life and like be a part of society, but they can't because of these things that they go through. There's not really anything that can help them. It's really sad when you think about it. But this is a really good game, and honestly, I really would like to play more of this game when it comes out. When we get the full release, I'll probably replay it on the channel. Hopefully, it comes out soon so we can all enjoy it together. But yeah, that was a great experience. A great game, great music, great storytelling, great voice acting, great everything. Great everything. I really love the writing style. Whoever wrote this game, the writer for the script, you're freaking amazing. I love your writing style. But yeah, that was Hazy Mind, and thank you all for sitting through this game and enjoying it with me. And I hope to see you all soon again. This was Sai signing in, and this will be Sai signing out. I hope you guys have a great day.